Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, receiving a gift is always appreciated, but when that gift was custom created just for you, it becomes a treasure. I'm so sentimental. I love stuff like this.
Yeah, please don't cry on us right now, Cheryl. But I can tell you, our next guest is someone that I had the pleasure to meet on the last cruise ship gig that I did earlier this year. And he spends a lot of time designing those custom treasures for people like the Welcome to Main Street Living, Big Dave Sherman. Welcome, Dave. How are you?
How you doing, Quincy? How you doing, everybody?
Hey, good. It's good to see you again, Dave.
Well, thank you.
One thing I know about you, well, one thing I kind of did not know is that you are an electrical engineer by training, but you found a passion as a custom woodworker, right? So how did you get interested in woodworking?
It kind of fell on me later in life. I lost my legs in the military. And after that, I decided I really needed something to do with my time that was that would take up a lot of my creativity and a lot of the time that I had on my hands. But I also wanted to do something that touched people. And I've always been interested in woodworking. I've always been interested in creating things. So this seemed to fit that bill. And when you do things like this, you really collaborate with people on a personal level, and you get to know them very well. And in doing so, you're able to create something that not only touches them, but really fits into their life in a way that other things just really don't do.
So true.
Yes.
We heard about you and your talents after Quincy got back from his last cruise. We've seen the photos, the videos. It's incredible work. How did you two meet? What was that like?
It was wonderful. I saw Quincy the night before at the comedy show, and I really was impressed by not only what he did and how he did it, but the manner in which he carried himself and the manner in which he did it. It was a wonderful experience for me and my family, and my wife particularly enjoyed it. And I just had to approach him and talk to him. And when we got talking about his show, and then it kind of naturally morphed into what I do. And you just saw the gears turning in his head. And all of a sudden he goes, well, I know what you can make me. And I was like, well, what's that? He goes, well, you can make me a microphone, a wooden microphone. And I said,
Dave, now I didn't say that. Now you're trying to make me sound like I was forcing you to do something. What I said, Dave, what I said was, you know what? It would be cool if I had a microphone made out of wood so I can have it sitting on my desk.
That is exactly what he said.
And then you said
what he said. And I was like, well, okay, well, what would be even cooler than that is if I could make it work. And he goes, well, could you do that? And of course I'm going to say yes. I mean, I'm never going to be like, nah, I just can't do that. So of course I could make it work. So one thing led to another, and we talked after the cruise, and every step of the way through the whole process, I kept calling him and saying, hey, Quincy, what do you think of this idea? And he would call me and say, hey, Dave, what about this idea? And we just kept on bouncing things back and forth. And he really wanted the logo to pop. And so we embedded it with exactly an inlay of crimson and white. And it turned out amazing. I even put the red crimson on the jewels.
Wow.
Yeah. So Dave,
and the quality comedy king inscribed on the side.
Yeah, like Dave is brilliant. And all the things that I was asking Dave to do, Dave would, like kind of mock it up and then show me. But Dave, I have to ask you, as people can see here, all of your pieces are custom made, this is a working microphone. This is where it plugs into one of those XLR cords, people. So I'm going to get a chance to try it out here soon. But what kinds of other projects do you usually work on?
Oh, I work on that's the beauty. I work on anything that the customer and I could come up with, from doors to tables to a custom piece for their home, something that goes over their door or near their front door, an accent piece of sorts, wedding gifts, cake holders, anything that you want that personal touch on is exactly what I could do. And it's really a collaboration of me sitting down with you, talking, figuring out what you're really into. Like I'm looking at your backdrop now and I see the Nike sneaker and I'm just saying, hey, in my head, could I make a wooden sneaker? And those are the kind of things.
Do you think, could we? Okay.
Those are the kind of things those are the kind of things that motivate me and get me thinking, well, what can be done? How can it be done? And would it really resonate with you as a person or my customer as a person or client? And how would that impact, and what would people see, and what would it say about you as a person when they come into your home and see this piece?
No, I love that you work with people to figure out it, and you're challenging yourself further too by making things you haven't made before too. What are some of your favorite pieces?
Absolutely. My wife, I do a lot of nativity scenes. They're not your typical pieces, nativity scenes. They're more like framed art pieces. And I've got one here that I could show you. I made my wife one prior and she saw it for Christmas. So I had to kind of go back and come up with something new. And here is the second version that I created for my wife.
Right.
After she saw the original.
Look at the precision in that though. Like,
it's the detailing.
Really, I love the intricacies of it. I take a piece and really try to make it my own. And I have another one here. This is the original one that she saw. And
look at that.
It was done. It was literally sitting on the table drying.
Dave, so I have to ask you, man, like the one thing that was impressive to me is like you got a full family and you're obviously, a great dad, a very inspirational dad and person. But you lost your legs while serving our country in the military. Thank you for your service, fellow military brother of mine. But you're inspirational for so many reasons. Like, what life advice would you have for anyone listening?
Just never stop. I mean, creating things are what we're put here on this earth for. We're here to create. You create quality comedy. I create wood pieces and things like that. We're here to create. So go out and be the best you can do and express to people who you are through the things that you make.
Beautiful.
Where can people go to find your work and get in contact with you?
Best way to get in contact with me is to go to my website is bigdavescustomcarvings.com. And don't be shy. Just pick up the phone. My number and my contact information is right there. I will sit and talk to you about what's close to you and what means the most to you at length.
Well, Dave, you're definitely bringing smiles to me and so many others, and we certainly appreciate you taking your time out your busy day to carve it up with us today.
Absolutely. And anytime, I would love to be back anytime. And I really feel if I could do anything for anybody, please feel free to contact me.
You got it. Thank you, Dave.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for bringing it into the show, Quincy. Incredible work, incredible human, obviously. And of course, thank you to him for his service. And coming up next, we are going to explore what it means for us all to have a place to call home right here on Main Street Living.